There used to be a phrase, that was famously put out there that literally politicians, the world of politics is show business for ugly people. It's a rather cruel phrase because if you look, of course, at some of the politicians today, they're very highly polished, aren't they? They make sure that they're secretly media trained and, more importantly, let the world know that they're ready to appear on any digital podcast, broadcast, radio show, all, of course, for their own benefit. But truly now, is your MP way too busy promoting themselves to care about you? Let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you as ever. Thank you so much for joining me. Lovely to have your company. This is a story that does need covering, simply because when you look around your TV channel, it's awash with people who are desperate to be famous. But apparently they're there for the rights of you and me. Take Jake Berry. He was in my reception of my studios begging his team to make sure that he got his brand out there, and Would Talk TV actually give him a slot, his own show. Strangely, they did, so it worked. Right, Mr. Berry? But of course there are other culprits too. David Lammy picks up around about 4,000 a show for appearing on Global LBC Radio, as does the other Labour person, Angela Rayner. So you can understand the lucrativeness of why these people don't just want to do the day job that pays them £83,000 a year at the last count, plus expenses. Take, of course, the local foghorn from the Midlands, Jess Phillips, recently made a big drama about resigning. But there's not a problem for her. She picked up £15,000 for an afternoon's work, hosting the BBC's Have I Got News For You, and, of course, has book deals galore. This is the bigger problem. You see, the question I would ask to anybody out there is, quite frankly, as you see every single MP popping up at literally every opportunity to appear, they're either getting paid or doing it in the vain hope at some point that one of the channels will give them their own show. As I said at the start of this particular broadcast, it's fascinating, isn't it, when you look a little bit deeper, because if they're not doing broadcasts, they're writing books. Like the ex-spin doctor, that ridiculous phrase, used, of course, by Alistair Campbell, written books on depression and mental health, all the while going on social media to bully people. Yes, not exactly kind and caring that way either, is it? So what I would ask you is, does your local MP actually do enough for you? Or indeed, one might suspect, are they just doing it for a further fetch? Even our very own Mayor of Yorkshire, Tracy Babin, a woman who, of course, had a career prior to this as an actress with a few parts in soaps, had to undertake media training at a cost to you, simply because she needed to be sure that she got the message on track. This was a woman who rocked up looking like an out-of-date 80s goth in Doc Martens boots. But of course, the media training you would have thought she may have picked up after many years as a struggling actress. You see now how you're being taken for a mug and being fleeced? Do let me know whether you think your Member of Parliament is doing enough for you. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.